DOMINICAN, el regreso, esto es lo que hay. Espero que bien. Hope everybody's well, wherever you are. Today, I'm posted up at MALIBU'S on the beach. You know, I met a boat captain from the States, I don't know, a week or so ago, shopping up at Ramona's. Told me at a spot on the beach, and just so happened that a friend of mine visiting up from Boca Chica was posted up here and invited me here to join. So it's 107 on the beach, like a couple of doors down past Big D's and Treehouse. So pretty new bar. The beers were cold and the drinks are cold, and you know they got these nice little cooler mugs. I call this the hers, and then the blue one, which is mine, the his and hers. You know, of course, you know they were kind enough to let me have one. I'm real particular about my cups and my glasses that I consume my alcohol with. So, anyways, thanks all my loyal people for following along. And again, if you're new, if you like content based on personal observations and real life experiences, go ahead, hit that subscribe, hit that bell so you know what's next. Show a little love, some of those, boom, boom. Esto lo que hay, tú sabes con la fiesta. So, shout out Papioso. Papioso is like on everybody's lives, and you know watches a lot of us down his videos. Met him like last week at Ramona's party. You know, great dude. You know, and shout out King Locket. Yesterday scooped me up. I never met him before, but was interested in catching up with him, and it just so happened that it started raining when my moto didn't show up for the gym, and I'm out front, and this car pulls up and stops, and you know the window comes down. He looks over, he's like, "Hey, I know you." And so I'm like, "Who's that?" And he said, King Locket." I'm like, "Oh shit, I've been trying to meet up with you too. Give me a ride to the gym." And so he gave me a ride to the gym. You know, like I say, just coincidental that he was just passing by the neighborhood. So, you know, so yeah, just SOSUA is just a small world in that sense, you know. Salud to you. Extra Viejo and Sprite on the beach. Tu sabes, Santo Libre. Mi trago of choice. So, yeah, you know, and shout out Gil Lopez. You know, yesterday I just stopped in Flip while I was passing time during the rain after leaving the gym, and you know we had good conversation. You know, interesting to hear his perspective. You know, and you know he's Mexican, and I understand his Spanish very clearly because it's a little slower. The accent isn't real thick to me, but you know, it's just, you know, I'm all about like the seeing the different Latinos and Hispanics, hearing about their experiences here, because while there's not a whole lot of language barrier, you know, their experience varies, because, you know, in some regard or another, there's times where they'll still look at it as like, you know, if you're not from here, you're not Dominican, even though you speak Spanish, you know, you're still a gringo. You know, particularly they're insinuating you got gringo money. You know, but again, it's not all about money. It's about connections and relationships. You know, which is, you know, I try to instill that in people. You know, if it always seems about money, then you're not taking into account like, you know, you're not taking into account like necessities of life, as well as the people that you may or may not be meeting, you know, may or may not be the best people always that you happen to be meeting. So yeah, lovely day at the beach, chilling, you know. It looks like a decent amount of people here. Not a ton of people on the beach, you know. you know, I looked over at Roomba yesterday evening, and it was packed. Whole lot of dudes at Roomba. You know, decent amount of girls. You know, I got mixed stories on what Envy was like last night because I didn't go. I got mixed stories. You know, some people told me it's a sausage fest. Other people told me there was like a lot of girls and a lot of talent. So either way, it was crowded. Depending on who you ask, everybody would tell you it was crowded. But depending on who you ask, you know, the ratio men to women may vary. So like I say, I wasn't there, so I can't you know, I can't say for myself, you know. But you know, it was, like I say, it was decent amount of people there. You know, more than usual. The line was long to get in, and you know, basically 500 peso cover. You know, got a little bit of that nature action over there. You know, palm trees and pretty women, salt water and sand. So yeah, I got to get in this water in a little bit. You know, I don't know. You know, it's rained a lot lately. We're getting into that rain season where come like roughly 10 p.m. at night, you could set your watch by it because it will rain almost every night. You know, sometimes for just a little bit, sometimes all night. So just something to be mindful of, you know, and fortunately, I don't think it rained last night, but, you know, Almy's not a great experience when it does start raining because it's all outside, you know, and when you crowd in the kitchen area, you know, it gets super crowded, and that's not the best way to move right now. Plus, it's really difficult to get a drink in there, or food or anything when it gets that crowded, you know, that congested in one area of the place. So yeah, man. Wednesday again. Hopefully everything, you know, with Therese as well. She's kind of been going through a few personal things she's ironing out, which I'm sure some of that, you know, you'll probably hear from her own words on her own channel. But she's supposed to be having like a YouTube Grand Slam Wednesday, and you know, I was actually I made the guest list this time, so you know what? Shout out to her. You know, so should be an interesting time. You know, and Made from Energy is supposed to come up, and I really want to just talk to her, pick her brain, because she's young, cute, American, but speaks fluent Spanish and lives in the capital. I would love to hear her stories of how like Dominicans approach her and stuff, and you know, different things, because she's too young to be sanky panky, and you know, and has her certain probably American values to where, you know, she's not about like, you know, no dumb shit to some degree probably. So yeah, I'd like to hear people's different experiences, you know. And shout out to Frederico Fells, Freddie, brother, been watching the channel, friend of the channel for a while. Met him this morning, coming from breakfast, you know. So, you know, always good to meet cool people, you know. So, salud. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up now. So yeah, thanks for subscribing, thanks for tuning. Rico.t.toro, el regreso. Esto es lo que hay, mama. Chappy, buscando para Western Union, papi. Yeah, I'm working on another stupid song, just because it amuses me. Chappy, buscando para Western Union, papi. Yeah, every time I go by Bailey's, I say that to myself, because they're just funny to me. Anyways, nothing against Bailey's. They do have really good food. You know, another corporate establishment. I don't like necessarily the service always or the pricing, but to their credit, I give them a shout out. They do have excellent food, and sometimes when people come to town or I'm invited, I do go there. But I also know that there is a certain caliber of contractor looking for jobs there that charge, you know, are looking for like a jackpot, the high-end rates for changing oil and rotating tires and fixing appliances. Esto lo que hay, mamá. So, anyways, y'all have a blessed day, blessed night wherever you're at. Stay well. Peace.